full of loneliness and misery and suffering and unhappiness, and it's all over much too quickly. The question is, have I learned anything about life?
Hello, everybody. Essence of Zen After Dark is live and is brought to you by insomnia.
Yeah.
Or rather, just the lack of sleep. I don't know which to call it. I'm your host, Zen Okami from essenceofzen.org. Go check out the website. It's brilliant. It's lovely. Go learn how to support us as a group and organization and grow to be much better and support things like the Chrome web browser, open source technologies, security on the internet. But as always as well, I'm joined by none other than my favorite introduction, the Dark Lord Master of the Sith, Louis. That Mexican with a K, Sandoval.
Hey.
Could you imagine like Star Wars literally having the Lord of Sith like behind this shroud and everyone's like, it is he, the Lord of all darkness. And then like the cloak opens up, the chair spins around, it's like you in jeans, sneakers, and a normal button down shirt, and you're just like, hey guys.
How's it going?
He doesn't seem too much like a Sith Lord to me. No, look at his shirt. He's the head of Time Warner. Ooh.
I don't know what's wrong with him, guys. I mean, just look at him. Just look at him.
Oh God, I'm dying on the inside just from laughter already. It's only what 10. Oh, I'm already losing track. It's been like one minute into the podcast and I'm already cracking up. So Louis, tell me what's going on at EoZ.
Thank you for the introduction, sir. Hello guys. Welcome to episode 6. So updates from EoZ. As you guys know, we've been working on the EoZ site. We're currently working on version 3.6. And it's just going to be some bug fixes, a few slight speed improvements.
Woo-hoo.
You know, just overall tidy up.
Indeed. Also, I am adding some new pages and some new graphics. I don't know if this is going to be in the next version or the version after next. And Louis worked on some amazing code that will bring some holiday spice this year, if not next.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, we just got to do the styling.
Yeah, we gotta do that theme. What's the what is it? Autumn. Thanksgiving. We gotta do the Thanksgiving theme.
Yeah, because I don't think I'd be able to make something for Halloween. So I don't know. Maybe no. I'm not gonna try to rush myself with too many projects because I'm already swamped with time as it is. Oh. What's also going on with EoZ is, as of course you probably noticed, the lack of videos, and that's because I'm back in classes, college, and also working a job, and I'm like the only major editor for videos. So You know, that's why.
What? You have a live too, Zane?
No, that's just that's a myth. I'm not allowed to have a life, Lewis. I'm not allowed to.
I was gonna say.
Anyway, though, in technology news today, it seems like micro dollar sign oft or Microsoft. I can't make that work. Is going to cut down on the blue light or the blue coloring of the operating system. Lewis, how are they doing this?
Okay. So if you guys are aware with this plugin called Flux for F.Lux, I'm not really sure how it's pronounced actually. Now that I think about it, if you're not aware with it, it's basically a program that reduces or shifts the white balance on your monitor to something more in the red spectrum, so it's easy on your eyes as the day closes down. And basically, Microsoft is planning to integrate a similar feature in a future update. They haven't actually said anything about it, but people on the technical preview? No, on the insider preview, I think, have found like signs of this feature up and coming.
You'd think they'd be able to have this done soon. I mean, not trying to rush them. For anyone who do not know, Microsoft pretty much operates under the what is it, XP, and I don't mean that in their operating system version, but XP style of programming. That's like the standard that they fall under, which is extreme programming, which means there are workers there who are programming like constantly, and when they clock off, someone else clocks on and continues programming where they left off, which is why you're constantly having those Windows updates like almost daily, because they're just constantly changing and updating and changing and updating and changing and breaking and changing and trying to update and fix it but break it even more. And yeah, so
The software in general, man.
just go agile, go agile, go agile.
I mean, they're saying right now that they're not really going to focus on user features. They're going to really focus more on the architecture of the system, more internal upgrades. But I think it'll be a nice update once they actually come out with it, because iOS got this in their last update.
Mm-hmm.
I think CyanogenMod has something similar to this as well.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm all for features, and again, as you said, they're working more on the architecture of the operating system, which I commend greatly, especially when it comes to Microsoft, who are known for breaking so many things. Like just yesterday, I told you about one of my biggest pet peeves already. When the start bar has too many things active, and it creates a scroll bar for channels or like rows or columns for your icons. The scroll bar doesn't blend well with the UI at all. It's frustrating, Lewis.
Yeah, they got some things to clean up. They've just piled on like features and all sorts of things on Windows 10. And I think they're probably going to try to clean all that up.
Let's hope. I can only hope. And moving on, though, apparently drones are coming, Lois. Drones.
Yep, drones are coming, Zane. Drones are coming.
Prepare yourself. Drones are coming.
They won't bomb you. At least not with explosives. They're gonna bomb you with happiness, Zane.
No, Lewis, grab your tinfoil hats. This law to have legally flying drones commercially is put in place by Obama, thanks Obama, to allow the government to be able to bomb you whenever they want. It's all a master plan, Lewis. Illuminati.
Thanks, Obama. No, actually, it's about damn time, because companies have been asking about this for like a while. They're like, hey, FAA, can we fly some drones? No. Can we fly some drones? No. And so they finally caved in this past Monday. And they basically came up with a few rules. Like, okay, fine, you guys can fly your drones to make money with them and whatever. There's only going to be a few exceptions to that. One, everything put together, the drone and the package, can only weigh like 55 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
Like 55 pounds total.
Just enough to have arsenic and cyanide.
Right. Like nothing like something like a full on like atomic bomb, which is kind of upsetting. I mean, you know. Number two, they're saying you can only fly during the day, so you can't do any like night recon missions. And you also can't fly it over people who aren't somehow related to the flight whatsoever. So there goes the bomb plot, Zane. Three, the drone can only like reach a max altitude of like 400 feet and a max speed of like 100 miles per hour.
That's actually pretty damn fast.
You say that now, but when your Amazon package can't go like or can't arrive any faster.
Oh.
And then what is it, number four? The drone has to stay within sight of the pilot the entire time. So I guess there goes the whole Amazon package delivery thing. Because then you'd have to have like a operator basically like within range of like every person's house ever. Like, yeah.
So are we just gonna have like people from UPS like just drive up in the truck, but instead of getting out to walk to the door, they just get like a drone and go, "Nyeh," drop off package, "Nyeh," and then just go to the next house.
I could just see someone like, you know, in the little UPS or FedEx like van, just like pull it out like a giant like controller like out of like their bag, just like extend the antenna, get the drone out, attached to the package. Or just put like at your front door or something.
Can you imagine like the neighbors looking at the windows as they see this guy? Have him wearing shades too. Like he's in the UPS uniform, but is wearing shades, and he just pulls up that little short shorts with the porno stash. Pulls out the antenna and like, what the hell is going on in my neighborhood?
That'd be a strange sight to see. That'd be really weird.
Oh. But no, I'm actually for this idea. Of course, this is going to. I make the joke earlier about the tinfoil hat and the whole government. Oh, we're just going to try to bomb you because we can, because this is America and Illuminati. But in all seriousness, it's going to cause concern with most people. And while I don't think nothing nefarious will come from this law, because again, if the government wanted to turn on us at any moment in time, saying you're not allowed to have drones commercially is not going to make it any less or more unbelievable, or it's not going to make an obstacle for a government to just break it, because if they're going to turn on their own country, they're already breaking the law. I mean, I don't know how else to explain that, but you know, so no worries, people. We will be okay.
It's interesting. It's a start. It's a start. Yeah, and so, like I think the biggest restriction on there is probably the visual contact of operator. That kind of just like restricts a whole bunch of like possible things.
Yeah.
For companies.
Until a hacker intercepts the communication between the drone lines, and then it gets taken over by an outside source, and then it doesn't really matter anymore. Someone just stole your drone.
Stole your drone, stole your package.
I do like what it says about the whole, can you be penalized for not obeying the rules? Yes, you can. That's part of the point. I like these guys over at Washington Post. They say that, you know, according to the FAA administrator Michael Hureta, I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm not 100% sure. Commercial pilots who fly outside the parameters of the regulation risk punishment by the agency. For what it's worth, even private hobbyists who aren't covered by these regulations have to register their drones with the FAA or face fines. They don't really go into too much detail about what those punishments are. I'm guessing fines for the first 2 or 3 offenses, and possibly even bigger suits against your person. Possibly even jail time for things like what's the word? When you're on someone's property when you shouldn't be, trespassing.
Did you read that little excerpt in the article that said on Monday alone they got like or the FAA got like 3,000 requests for the what is it, the pilot or the aeronautical test that the pilots have to take. So they got some work to do.
Hey, I mean, it may create jobs, right? The FAA okay, may need to hire more staff to go through these requests and certification. So, I mean, let's be American. Let's create some more jobs. Please sponsor us, South Park. I mean, what do you have to lose besides your license for all things good and necessary? But yeah, I'm down for this. I mean, it's cool, and I mean, drones are going to become like mainstream in the future, and it's going to become part of our normal day lives, just like cell phones. And I kind of hate to kind of like pull off a tangent, yet we do this all the bloody time. People are worried about like privacy in the same way that when Google Glass came out, everyone's like, "Oh, I don't want so and so to have the glasses that can always be recording me." Dude, we have cell phones which can always be recording you. We have cell phones which microphone can always be recording you via audio. We have street cameras which are always recording you. If you're in a public area, you're gonna be recorded. Now in the bathroom, I totally understand your concern, but also in the bathroom, I don't expect to see a flying drone. If I do, yeah, then I'm on your side. No, please.
I mean,
No.
while that is true, like I guess I can see where people get worried, like if they have their kids playing in the backyard, and then like there's like little drone, even if it's an Amazon drone or whatever, you don't know if it could get hijacked or whatever,
Yeah. But I mean, also at the same time, though, if I have a drone, and let me not say me. If someone else has a drone and they're spying on so and so's kids, that's not much different than some creep across the yard with binoculars going, "Oh yeah, little Timmy playing that sandbox." It's oh god, that's actually kind of morbid.
You did that pressure a little too good, dang. I'm a little worried.
But no, it's like if that happens, then yeah, you file a complaint and may seek legal issues of either trespassing or stalking, But I mean, just having little old milkman walk down the street, having to glance over at your kids, that's not against the law, unless he goes, "Hey, little Timmy, okay, let me stop with the little Timmy." Moving on.
What's the next thing on our list? Dropbox, your phone?
Let's talk about Dropbox.
You want to cover that one, Zane?
Yeah, let's talk about Dropbox. So
you wrote an article about it, so you know a little bit more than I do.
That's right. I did write an article. If the Firefox thing were ever loaded. It's seriously like taking quite some time to load the.
I'll cover the basics while that's loading. So basically, guys, what happened a few days ago is people are saying that Dropbox got hacked. I don't 100% sure if Dropbox came out and admitted it. Do you know more about that, Zane, actually?
Yeah. So as I wrote a post, I also made a video. I just haven't had time to edit it because editing on the go is very difficult, and I got to make it to class, and then they're like, "Oh, put your laptops away," and it's like, "Curse you!" But no. So a lot of people may have gotten an email from Dropbox saying, "Dear or hi so and so. We're reaching out to let you know that if you haven't updated your Dropbox password since mid-2012, you'll be prompted to update it the next time you sign in. This is purely a preventive measure, and we're sorry for your inconvenience. To learn more about why we're doing this precaution, please visit this page." And if you click that page, they talk about how they found the insecurities from 2012. And how that actually may have snowballed into something greater, but they don't go into too much detail. And I mean, I understand why, business sense wise, but I mean, yeah, it was actually a bigger deal than let on. And by the people who were over at Motherboard, good articles and good people, by the way, they saw and they did some research, and it was claiming how over 60 million Dropbox accounts may have been compromised due to this mid-leak from the 2012 date, and etc. And what made it even far more interesting, by the way, I mean, go ahead and read this article over on blog.essenceofzen.org, made by this sexy, handsome guy by the name of Zane Blaylock. I mean, it's just gorgeous. But what's even more interesting is that Troy Hunt, an awesome guy who works as a regional director over at Microsoft, noticed that, hey, you know, my wife's Dropbox account is actually within this period. And she uses some cool ass boss in terms of password generation and password management plugins and applications, so she had a quote-unquote strong password. Strong password means basically generating something about 12 characters long with random characters, capital, lowercase, numbers,
Yeah, like
punctual.
one of those last pass generated ones. Right?
Yeah.
I think is what the article said. Yeah, one of the stronger passwords.
So it's not like she was just using password 123, and if you thought that because she's a woman, you're a sexist. Sorry, that's a joke. I mean, I hope I didn't trigger nobody. Okay, I'm gonna take 5 points away from myself. But no, so he looked into her account, used the password, and saw about the database that, you know, via things like Hashcat, that he was able to hash her password and basically get it. And that creeped him the hell out. And this is not to say that all 60 million accounts on Dropbox had their accounts completely compromised. A lot of people still use two-factor authentication, which you should do. Use two-factor authentication. Do it. But still, the possibility is outstanding, because for a lot of people who don't use two-factor authentication, who don't use strong passwords, who don't use different passwords for anything, we just don't know the grand scheme of how many people were fully affected negatively into the terms of being able to access your account. So the fact that a strong password was able to be hashed means that, yes, the hackers were able to get into some people's accounts. How many? We don't know, but it could be over 60 million.
That's a crappy way to handle it, Dropbox.
I mean,
Kind of not really admitting.
I mean, to be fair, like Troy Hunt says as well, he feels that they handle it well enough. In comparison to TeamViewer, yeah, it was a lot better. I mean, a lot better, a lot. But at the same time, I do feel that more transparency of saying, hey, so-and-so amount of accounts could have been hacked due to this, blah, 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 blah. But then again, from a company perspective, the average user is not going to understand or even want to care about the oversight of the possible damage. So, I don't know.
One downside I will say, though, about 2FA is sometimes when you're working with, third-party apps or, like, sign-on services, they don't always support 2FA themselves. So you're kind of either use their service or not forced, I'm sorry. Make a choice between using their service or turning off your 2FA, which I actually do sometimes.
Yeah.
Just so I could use someone else's services.
Oh, you know, I was about to give an example, but I feel that may put EoZ in a slightly less secure. So I'm not gonna.
2FA everywhere. Everywhere. Don't try to hack us.
Please don't. Please. But no, for anyone who's curious as if they may have been affected by anything, not just a Dropbox hack, use HIBP, which is Have I Been Pwned. You type out haveibeenpwned.com, like the full thing, not just HBIP, but have I been pwned, like one full word, and just type in your address or username, and it'll show you any breaches. So I'm gonna, for example, for those who are watching via YouTube, you can see me type one of my addresses into it now, and this is Zane Blaylock at essenceofzen.org. And pwned? Good news, no pwnage found. So yeah, use it.
After that.
But yeah, use two-factor authentication, and if you want to go a step further, get something like a YubiKey or there's so many ways to secure yourself. And no, you'll never be 100% safe. Actually, you know what? There is a way to be 100% safe. And you want to know how that is, Lewis?
Encase your everything in lead and don't connect to the internet ever.
There you
Don't
go.
talk to
Do a complete air bubble machine. Have a machine that has never, ever, ever been connected to the internet, and that's the only way to be 100% safe. And even then, maybe some hacker has some new technology where he can just like use air or particles or something. I don't know. I don't know.
freaky stuff, man.
Indeed. But speaking about security, transparency, companies, and etc., I do want to take the time to have a really small, short point to make comments about one of my favorite YouTuber groups ever. And I want to talk about a little bit more about YouTube as well, because of the whole idea with them updating their policies and enforcing their policies even further about the whole, depending on what kind of content you have on your channel or in a video, they can remove the right to have ads play on it, which has been quite the major uproar over the YouTube community. So that aside, I want to talk about Tech Syndicate. And I'm not gonna talk like long on the matter. I'm not gonna talk specifically on great extent about the matter, because this is not Keemstar. This is not some mudslinging YouTube channel / podcast / nothing. Just for the news and for the record, if you have not known, there's been some major arguing and bickering between the members and staff over at Tech Syndicate. For those who do not know, it is ran by Logan, Wendell, Pistol, Kane, and I do believe a few more. Now, recently, I'm not gonna go into full extent. There is a twit longer link from Wendell that goes from his perspective. There's also a twit longer by Logan that goes from his perspective. In short, Kane was either fired, he either quit, or he was either forced out. I'm not saying which one it is because I don't know. I don't have any personal ties to it. But he left, or he is no longer a part of Tech Syndicate. Because of that, Wendell did not want to see him go. Wendell came out talking about things about being more transparent about the movement of money. Logan came back and stated that everything was reasonable, legal, and etc. Pistol chimed in with a few comments here and there. I'm not going to get into all the negativities. I'm just saying, if you are a member of Tech Syndicate, you may want to look into the community, see what's going on. And from Essence of Zen to Tech Syndicate, people who we admire, we love, we are inspired by, and even learn from, we hope that you guys bounce back from this argument, from this turmoil, from this dispute, and get back to being the cool guys that we know and expect from you all. So best wishes from us at Essence of Zen. Do your thing, make up, bro it out, bro hug, drink some beer, play some games. Do not play Mario Kart 8, that'll just make things worse. And good luck.
Hold up, let me open up my liquor bottle right now. Pour some out for the Tech Syndicate group.
For my homies. I would like to have like a beer with them though. They really are cool people.
Nothing but luck to them.
Oh, we have another thing from Motherboard. Oh, I love Motherboard. It's so awesome. So
I'm finding a lot of cool articles from Motherboard.
Yeah. So what's going on from them about the whole tour thing?
Okay. So there was I'm gonna see like a little snippet posted to Ghostbin, which Ghostbin is kind of like a clone of Pasteman. Basically where hackers go in and like dump passwords to show off. Anyway, this paste on Ghostbin was someone saying that they wanted to strike they wanted to create a strike towards the Tor network September 1st, which is yesterday. Basically, they were saying that people who are not happy with the way Tor is moving to join the strike. If you own a server that's routing Tor traffic, just a project, stop it for that whole day. And basically anyone involved in Tor. Now, the reason this person was upset was, well, for various reasons. But basically, the last straw for this guy was the handling of the Jacob Applebaum case. If you don't know Jacob Applebaum, basically he's part of the I forget the name of the Tor group, Tor Foundation. Anyway, there's been rumors of him having a sexual scandal, of him raping people and stuff like that.
Oh, damn.
Well, yeah. Well, basically, I think the rumors ended up being true, and the tour group didn't really treat the case very well, according to this guy. I think he still kept his job. And on top of that, I mean, that was basically the last straw for this guy. But other things that have been happening with the tour group is they've been hiring ex-CIA people, and people are becoming like paranoid and thinking that, hey, maybe the government is going to take over Tor and basically strip its anonymity and strip basically what Tor stood for. So they think that just all those ex-CIA people are actually CIA people. So yeah, people are just losing trust in the Tor community, the whole Tor project.
Yeah,
and that was the idea behind it.
That's actually like really creepy. And with the link you also have for the ghostbin.com with the whole paste thing, it gives it right there with the rationale saying, you know, Tor can no longer be trusted after Jake Gate, and the whole thing. And I don't know. See, I know a lot of people who aren't tech savvy. When they hear Tor, they immediately think like the Silk Road, illegal drugs, hiring hitmen, assassins, and etc. And look, a tool can be used for good and for bad, okay? I mean, you have the public web, which already hosts the same amount of illegal content. Maybe not to the extent that Tor does, because, you know, the whole anonymity thing. But a point is saying, just because we have illegal stuff on the public web doesn't mean we go and shut down the web, or we go and like try to break all forms of personal private rights. So the same can be said for the Tor project. I'm all for keeping our country safe. I'm all for keeping the world safe, for getting rid of, you know, horrible, horrific people. But you can't fathom the idea of giving up the right for privacy at the extent of the minor bad apples to condemn everyone to something. And what I mean by this is, let's say with the whole Jake or Jack Applebottom, weird last name by the way, which I don't think is his actual real last name.
That is.
It is?
That really is a weird one.
Oh.
Yeah, that is his real last name.
Oh God, man. But let's just say, you know, because when you first said sex scandal, I just thought, you know, oh, he cheated on his wife, like a typical NFL or something, you know, or mayor, like what's his name, Wiener guy, like for the third time is having a sexting scandal, like again, like oh God, dude. But that's
his
not.
last name really doesn't help him.
But like, okay. Yeah, what he like, bad things are bad, but if someone is cheating on their wife or their husband, that's their personal thing, and if that information gets out, it doesn't mean let's go in and disrupt every single individual's, you know, closets looking for skeletons. Now, on the case of like raping people or killing people or you know, obvious things that break the laws of basic human principle as well as our country, yeah. But that, I mean, that's not. I feel like I'm in a loop here, Lewis, saying the same thing over and over and over. I don't know. It's just. Like you don't want the government to come into your house, grab your cell phone, and be like, "We're gonna break down your password, son," and like break it down and go look at, "Oh, I see nudes of you," and they're just looking at all your nudes. They don't have a right to look at your nudes. All right, your nudes are your nudes, and maybe you sent them to so and so and so and so. So long as they're legal of age, then cool. You know, that's your business. Now, if someone did something horrible with their nudes on their personal cell phone, does not make it right for the government just to kick down your door to look at your news because, again, CIA, stop trying to look at my dick. I mean, geez.
Uh, I agree. It is um a sad phenomenon to see like the routes taking. Was the what is it? Was the strike effective? I'm not sure yet. I've been scanning news news outlets, and I've been looking at like a tourist blog to see if they posted anything new or like reduced traffic. Know how effective that strike was. The only blog post that they made for the September 1st thing has something to do not with the demands that were asked of in the ghost bin paste.
I don't know.
So I guess we'll have to wait.
Yeah, we'll wait and see, and if we get any information available from it, we'll post it up on the blog or possibly make a video that may release 2 weeks late. I mean, we'll see. But moving on though, not a lot of gaming news. So, basically, want to let everyone know if they play Path of Exile, it's been updated, and they're currently doing Atlas of Worlds, I do believe. So yeah, they also updated a lot. So there's new loading screens, new effects, a lot of other stuff like skills has been changed around. Some skills have higher damage output for the higher levels of set skills. A lot of meta stuff. They're also running their new league, which is the Essence League, which is basically you find these enemies that are trapped in time, and you have to disrupt the center enemy like 3 or 4 times so that everything shatter. And then you kill them, and then you take their essence, and then you can use that for other stuff. I've only played about an hour of it today before having to go out and shop for stuff. But I've been enjoying it, and of course we'll be streaming it this weekend. Stay tuned to that, by the way, because we may stream to beam.pro from now on. I'm not 100% sure. I'm going to test that out later tonight. Yeah.
Beam Pro gonna offer.
I mean, it's like any streaming platform. It's just for streams, but they say it's one of our it's new and it's hip and it's growing fast. So I may want to ride that that train of success. But at the same time, they do offer things like more viewer interaction, so they can choose how they want to watch the video with certain controls and features. Again, I've only skimmed at it, which is why I want to test it. But yeah. So, if you are interested in Path of Exile, it's free on Steam. We stream it every weekend. We play, we got a guild, we have fun, we kill things, we have fun, we burn things, we have a lot of fun, we freeze things. It's really cool. We kill things, and it's a lot of fun. It's a great way to stay in shape. But that's gonna do it for not the stream. We're not done just yet, but we're gonna play some advertisements, some sweet ads.
Go ahead and play those ads, eh?
Oh, you know what? We should have a campaign where like that sweet ass becomes that sweet ads. So we'll be right back, everybody. If you're like me, you enjoy losing a bunch of time searching Amazon for various gadgets and gizmos and trinkets and bobs and bits. Well, wouldn't you enjoy an extra $5 towards your Amazon account? Or if you have a mobile phone, either Android or iPhone, you can use our link to log into the Amazon app for the first time and get an extra $5. If you want to support Essence of Zen, I highly recommend you do this. It doesn't hurt. All you have to do is click the link and follow the 2 instructions. If you are eligible for the extra $5, it will be added to your Amazon credits. So give it a shot. You're helping us out and you're also getting an extra $5 in your pockets. If you're like me, you enjoy losing a... In the meantime, feel free to support Essence of Zen by using our link to start a 30-day trial for Kindle Unlimited. That's free access to over 10,000 books and audiobooks for 30 days. Unlimited reading, unlimited listening, any device. When nearing the end of the trial, if you don't want to continue it, be sure to cancel the service renewal via amazon.com/mycd. Thank you. And we are back. I hope you all enjoyed the 2 ads that played. Yes, only 2. And I even had a little mix up in the middle, but it's okay. How'd you enjoy your break, Lewis?
Pretty good, pretty good. Just relax for a bit.
Relaxed. That's all? I scaled Mount Kilimanjaro in those short few minutes. I think I broke some world records.
I'll see you in Guinness.
You'll see me in Guinness with a Guinness, because I like beer, you know. Guinness beer. Anywho's,
You get it? Woo!
in the entertainment thing, a lot of DC Marvel news has been just being popped off by everybody. One of the
Got
biggest
some fun
things.
here.
It is. Like it literally almost shut down the internet. Not really. I'm over exaggerating on all accords. But no, a lot of people were surprised that Ben Affleck leaked this video. So if you're watching live on YouTube, you're gonna watch the video. But it showcases Deathstroke, aka Slade Wilson, the badass mother jammer with only one eye. Freaking fantastic!
Isn't he like
man.
the best assassin in the DC universe? Or not
Yes.
assassin? No, I guess
Yes,
yeah,
yep,
it is
assassin.
Yeah.
And he looks glorious, man. Glorious.
Now,
Okay.
isn't Deathstroke usually like the nemesis of what is it? The Arrow, or does he have like a strong role in Batman's story as well?
He's actually more inclined to Batman's universe. Now, above all and everything, Slade / Deathstroke was originally created as the main antagonist for the Teen Titans back in, I believe, the 80s, if not before then. He later became more of Nightwing's, that's Dick Grayson's nemesis, which is why in the cartoon version of Teen Titans, they had the whole thing where he would always chastise and abuse Robin more than any of the other Teen Titans. Arrow on the TV show kind of just wanted to make him cool, so they gave Arrow a lot of Batman's villains, such as Ra's al Ghul.
Okay.
But I'm not hating on Arrow. I love me some Arrow. Arrow is one of the coolest heroes ever. Oliver Queen, give it up. Yes. But no, I'm really excited to see Slade make an appearance for the first time in a movie ever. Mainly because, one, the dude is awesome. He is quite literally like deemed one of the smartest people in the DC universe. I mean, he like literally is a genius. His brilliance rivals that of Lex and Batman and even further. He's completely deadly. When Batman was first green behind the ears, he actually pretty much he didn't lose the fight. It came out as a draw, but Batman ran away a lot. Well, I won't say a lot. Just Deathstroke has gotten the upper hand on Batman a few times. Leave it like that. And what's even more juicy is this may be the precursor to showing more of possibly a Teen Titans connection to the DCEU. I know a lot of people want to see like a Robin and other Teen Titans, but keep in mind Cyborg will not be in Teen Titans because he's part of the Justice League. 2, Dick Grayson by this time would be Nightwing, so the Robin in Teen Titans, if they do Teen Titans in the DCEU, would likely be Tim Drake. So just putting that out there. But Slade is also sort of kind of confirmed to be the main antagonist for the standalone Batman film, which I don't know how I feel about, because I was hoping it'd be Joker, mainly because I want that Red Hood story where it's Joker, Batman, and Jason Todd, aka the Red Hood. But I still think that may be the case in the standalone Batman movie, whereas Slade crosses paths with Red Hood, starts to hunt him down, Batman gets involved, and etc. That's what I'm hoping for, but we will have to see in due time. But the footage that you watched was actually that of Slade making an appearance in Justice League. So, let me make this clear. He's making an appearance. Likely not to be a main major character for the movie. He is just making an appearance, as Ben Affleck has came out to state he's being introduced in Justice League to set him up for the standalone Batman movie. So, just everyone
Okay.
calm their jets.
It's about to go crazy.
Right. On the other side of things, however, on the Marvel side, we got new images of Tom Holland, little aka Peter Parker. As Spider-Man, he's showcased in an alleyway, looking down like a grayscaled image with the light showcast, and it's really artsy fartsy, but I love it. I like Tom Holland so far. I've only seen a little bit of Tom Holland so far, so I'm hoping he keeps it up. And we've seen more of his suit as well, and I will say this: he has the 3D spider webs on his suit.
I forget, Zane. Are you more of a Tobey Maguire Spider-Man kind of guy?
Technically, I'm more of a Andrew Garfield.
Yeah.
I like me
like
some
him
Andy.
too.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, I like Toby as well. I think Toby played a fantastic Spider-Man, just not so great a Peter Parker. Whereas I feel that Andrew Garfield played a really good Peter Parker and a great Spider-Man, and I'm hoping Tom Holland plays the perfect mix of both.
We'll have to see.
Exactly. Only time will tell. What's actually next on our? Oh, the science. The science.
Science.
We should invite Bill Nye. I almost said that was his middle name. We should invite Bill Nye to our podcast one day.
Bill.
Bill Nye, the science guy. I freaking love Bill, man. I tell you, Bill Nye and Neil deGrasse Tyson for well, I would like Neil to be president and Bill to be vice president, only because I feel like the VP usually have more free reign to be cool. Cause like, look at Joe Biden, man. Joe Biden is a crazy person. I like me some Joe Biden. But yeah.
Neil, you're the real MVP.
But anyway, I believe last week we talked about this a little bit. The whole SETI is investigating a possible extraterrestrial signal from deep space. Did I bring that up at all?
I don't think we did.
Oh, probably not.
Just a quick brief introduction.
Yeah. So essentially, SETI, which is basically a group, basically, what is it? The international team behind the search for extraterrestrial intelligence. That's where the SETI comes from. They had found supposedly a signal from deep space that they thought was a communication wave. Now, at the time of this particular news came out, it was like everyone was all eyes, all ears, and etc. But later information, for what I've heard, I've yet to find like the concrete evidence to state otherwise. It's being stated that the wave that SETI picked up on was actually that of a wave that was previously cast from Earth. So we probably heard ourselves.
Yay.
But
We've gone full circle.
But Lewis, and stay with me here. Wouldn't the notion of exactly. Wouldn't the notion of saying, "Oh no, that signal, it was just our own Earth signal. Don't look any further. Stop digging. Stop digging on this issue. That's an order." But no. Personally, I don't know. I don't have the science. I don't have the files, the math, the information. So I'm not gonna say one way or another. I'm just saying a week of hype saying we found a deep space signal, followed by a few days later saying, no, it came from Earth, possibly. It sounds a little bit fishy. Swamp gas, Lewis. Swamp gas.
Salt gas?
Swamp gas.
Oh. I was like, salt gas.
And I'm not going to go on about how the history of extraterrestrial conversation in the media, news outlets, government, etc. spans across many reigns, from believable to absolutely absurd to, nah, bruh, that's kind of fishy. Because, look, I believe we're not alone in the universe, but at the same time, I personally only believe a select few of events that claim to be extraterrestrial intervening or interference, and even then, it's just not enough information to go off on. But I'm gonna just stop there before I sound like a complete loony.
It's a great segue into our last topic, loony, flappy, loony, flappy, gritty. Yeah, I don't know. Well, one of the saddest and funniest things we're gonna cover today. It's solar panels. They're kind of flying birds by the highway near the border of Nevada and California. So there's like this solar plant called Ivanpah, and basically there's like this giant solar geothermal uh, generator, and basically birds tend to fly really close to the solar collector, and they kind of char up mid-flight because it's just concentrated light. And so there's just a bunch of like dead birds all around the solar collector. Basically, it's not only birds; it's also some insects. But basically, every day, people who work there say there's always like little wisps of like white smoke of like the charred birds and like the insects that just happen to close to the collector. It really happens every day.
If this is not proof enough of that whole ancient, and I'm not really making this as proof, I'm making a joke slash statement here, of the old Greek quote unquote invention slash blueprints for the death ray. You know about that?
Yeah, I remember that. I think Mythbusters did the little part on it.
Yeah.
A little episode on it.
About having a bunch of giant reflective mirrors slash surfaces that would basically focus in so much solar light that it caused fires. Yeah, I mean, dudes, I mean, here's proof. It's kind of, sort of.
Like the poor people at that solar plant, they keep on trying to find ways to like discourage birds from flying too close. They like using like some sort of citrus smell to kind of keep the birds away. They're using like sonic repellers, like all sorts of techniques trying to keep the birds. I mean, there's gonna always be those few birds that fly a little too close.
I was hoping they had images, and I just found the burnt insects.
I think they have a video on that LA Times website where I got it from.
Oh yeah, the first thing. Let me play that, and hope if it plays. Is it gonna play? Is it gonna play?
I have to disable Ghostery. I
Ah.
have to disable it at least. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just see like little wisps, little white smokes all around the solar collector.
Oh my god!
Like you don't pay attention to it until like they tell you what it is. Like oh, they're literally just being burned up.
You poor bastards! Oh, Louis, this is horrific, man.
It's horrific.
Yeah.
It's literally a death grave or graveyard.
Jeez.
According to experts, they're saying that the number of birds that have died so far due to that isn't enough to like make a big ecological impact or affect the population drastically. But of course, people are still trying to work to get those numbers down.
Yeah, cause 6,000 is still a goddamn lot. I mean, granted, in a year, but that's like 500 per month. You know,
definitely a few every day.
Yeah. Jeez. I mean, at least you probably got some good old smoked duck or whatever type of bird flies, but I mean, wow.
Well, now I get an argument for your Green Party friends saying no solar panels are bad for the environment.
Rabba, 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 dead birds, rabba, rabba. But no. I don't know. Maybe like, no, I would say like giant nets, but that probably, even if they're thin nets, would deter or basically help deteriorate the amount of solar energy. I don't know. It could be negligible, but it still be a slight impact. Nevertheless, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just a salty old codger. But Lewis, I think that's gonna do it for the day. What do you think?
I think we only went 2 minutes over, maybe.
That's not bad.
Not too bad.
But yeah. So remember, guys, Sunday. What time Sunday? 3:30 Eastern time. That's what it is. 3:30 Eastern time. We'll have Path of Exile. So please stay tuned to either the blog, the website. You can find me over on Twitter. That's @ZenOkami. I'll be stating whether or not we move from Twitch to Beam, or if we do in fact stay over on Twitch. So keep an eye out for that. Oh, and the great thing about the new Path of Exile update, Lewis. The best thing about it isn't even anything dealing with the game. Okay?
What is it?
The new league is called the Essence League, right? So if you type up, I believe, Path of Exile, Essence, in Google. No, never mind. I think we lost our lead.
No.
Did we? Hold on. No, I think we lost our league.
Where were you up there?
Yeah, if you would search Path of Exile Essence or Essence League, you would find our Path of Exile videos over on the secondary channel. It was the first thing coming up on Google.
I guess more people have just clicked on the other links and that result up.
Oh well, what can you do? So we'll see you all next week, Friday. Hopefully, if I'm not sleep deprived as I am today. And I'll see you in future streams and etc. Lewis, have there been anything you've been working on lately?
Catching up on sleep. Oh, I'm fixing my Linux partition thing because they wrecked Grub. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we'll try to have more projects and news things coming out on the site and the forum in the future. Like me personally, I'm working on building a drone from scratch, utilizing an Arduino that I'm building from scratch. So hopefully that will pique people's interest and we can start doing some cool blueprints. But yeah, I think I'm ready to go night.
Yeah, I'm ready to go dark as well. Got some cookies waiting for me.
But Lewis, we're always dark. Well, not only that because you're Mexican and I'm black, but but because this is Essence of Zen After Dark.